Have you ever thought about building your own computer? Imagine the thrill of piecing together your own machine, tailoring it to your specific needs. It's an endeavor that's not only rewarding but also cost-effective. Yes, you heard it right. Building your own computer can save you a pretty penny, especially when you're aiming for high-end specs. Now, this might sound like a complex task, but it's far from it. With the right guidance, anyone can do it. It's all about making smart, informed choices about your hardware. The beauty of it is the flexibility it offers. You get to pick and choose components based on your preferences and budget. Moreover, the satisfaction of creating something with your own hands is simply unparalleled. And to make things even easier, there's microcenter.com, a one-stop shop for all your computer building needs. So, are you ready to embark on this exciting journey of building your own computer? The first step in building your own computer is understanding your needs. This is the foundation upon which your entire build will be based. Think of it as the blueprint for your future tech masterpiece. Are you a hardcore gamer seeking optimal performance and breathtaking visuals? Or perhaps you're a professional requiring a machine that can multitask efficiently, handle complex software, or crunch large amounts of data. Maybe you simply need a reliable computer for everyday tasks like browsing, streaming, or connecting with friends and family. Whatever your needs, they will guide your choice of components, from the processor and graphics card to the storage and memory. And let's not forget about the budget. It's important to balance your desires with your financial reality. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to computers. Your build should reflect your unique needs and circumstances. Once you've figured out your needs, you're ready to start choosing your components. Choosing the right components is crucial to building a computer that suits your needs. It's like piecing together a puzzle, where each part plays a vital role in creating the final picture, which is a well-oiled, efficient computing machine. Let's start with the CPU, or the Central Processing Unit. This is the brain of your computer. It's responsible for executing the instructions of a computer program. There are many factors to consider when choosing a CPU, such as speed, cores, and threads. It's also important to think about compatibility with your motherboard. Speaking of which, the motherboard is next on our list. This component is like the nervous system of your computer. It connects all the other parts and allows them to communicate with each other. When choosing a motherboard, consider the size, the type of CPU it supports, and the number of slots for RAM, among other things. Next up is the RAM, or Random Access Memory. This is your computer's short-term memory. It temporarily stores data that the CPU uses for tasks. The more RAM you have, the smoother your computer will run, especially if you're multitasking. Then, we have the storage. This is your computer's long-term memory where it stores all your files and software. You can choose between a hard disk drive, HDD, or a solid-state drive, SSD, each with its own pros and cons. The graphics card, also known as the GPU, takes care of rendering images, videos, and animations. If you're into gaming or video editing, a powerful GPU is a must. The Power Supply Unit, or PSU, provides power to your computer. It's essential to choose a PSU with the correct wattage to ensure all your components get the power they need. Finally, the case houses all these components. It not only needs to be spacious enough for your parts, but also have good airflow to keep them cool. Each of these components has different specifications and price points. The microcenter.com website is a great tool to guide these choices. It helps you compare different components, check their compatibility, and even offers package deals. With your components chosen, you're ready to start building. Building your computer might sound intimidating, but it's easier than you think. Let's begin with preparing your workspace. Make sure you have a clean, well-lit area to work in. A non-static environment is crucial, so avoid carpets if possible. Lay out your components and tools, keeping them within easy reach. Next, let's talk about the motherboard. This is the backbone of your computer. Start by installing the CPU. Handle it carefully by the edges to avoid damaging the pins. Line up the arrow on the CPU with the corresponding mark on the motherboard socket. Gently place the CPU into the socket, then lock it in place. Once the CPU is secure, it's time to install the RAM, or memory. Look for the long slots on your motherboard. These are your RAM slots. Line up the notch on your RAM stick with the notch in the slot and press down firmly until the clips on the sides click into place. Now it's time to put the motherboard into the case. Line it up with the standoffs in the case and screw it in. Don't over-tighten the screws, just enough to secure it is fine. The power supply is up next. This is what will provide power to your entire system. Slide it into the designated space in the case. making sure the fan is facing the appropriate direction, and secure it with screws. Once your power supply is in place, it's time to connect your components. Start with the large 24-pin connector from the power supply. This goes into the corresponding slot on the motherboard. Next, connect the smaller 8-pin CPU power connector. Your case will also have cables for the front panel connectors. Consult your motherboard manual to see where these should be connected. Moving on, let's install the graphics card. This goes into the PCI Express slot on your motherboard. Line it up, press it down until it clicks into place, then screw it into the case. Last but certainly not least, it's time to add storage. Whether you're using a solid-state drive, SSD, or a hard disk drive, HDD, the process is similar. Slide the drive into its bay, then connect the power and data cables, and there you have it. You've just assembled your very own computer. This is a huge accomplishment, and you should be proud. But remember, this isn't the end of the journey. Congratulations, you've just built your own computer, but we're not done yet. With the hardware in place, it's time to breathe life into your computer with an operating system. The brain of your computer, the operating system or OS, is the software that manages all of your hardware and software. It's the interface that allows you to interact with your computer and run applications. There are several options when it comes to choosing an operating system. Some of the most popular choices are Windows, Linux, and macOS. Windows, developed by Microsoft, is widely used around the globe and offers a user-friendly interface. It's compatible with most hardware and software, which makes it a good choice for general users and gamers alike. On the other hand, Linux is an open-source operating system, which means it's free and customizable. It's a favorite among developers and those who enjoy having more control over their system. There are several distributions of Linux, including Ubuntu, Fedora, and Debian, each with their unique features. macOS, developed by Apple, is exclusive to Apple devices. It's known for its sleek design and seamless integration with other Apple products. However, it's not typically a choice for a custom-built PC unless you're creating a Hackintosh, a PC designed to run macOS. Once you've chosen your operating system, it's time to install it. The most common method is using a bootable USB drive. First, you'll need to download the OS from the developer's website and use a program to create a bootable USB. Plug this into your new computer and turn it on. Your computer should recognize the USB and start the installation process. Follow the prompts, and in no time, you'll have your operating system installed. Remember, the choice of an operating system largely depends on your personal preferences and the tasks you plan to perform on your computer. So, choose wisely. Now with the operating system installed, your computer is ready to go. Building your own computer might seem daunting at first, but with a little patience and the right guidance, it's an achievable task. We've walked through the process today, from understanding your needs to choosing your components, assembling your machine, and installing your operating system. Each step is critical, and each offers its own rewards. Building your own computer gives you the flexibility to customize your machine to your own specific needs. It can also be more cost-effective, allowing you to invest in the components that matter most to you. And perhaps most importantly, it provides a sense of personal satisfaction that comes from creating something with your own two hands. Don't forget, resources like microcenter.com are there to make the process even simpler. They can help you choose the right components, guide you through assembly, and even assist with troubleshooting. So go ahead. Take the plunge and build your own computer. You might find that it's not only fun but also incredibly rewarding.